Greetings. For more than 60 years, the members of Morning Star have worshiped and supported each other in our common effort to be faithful and recognize the gift of grace that we each have received. And we've shown our commitment to serve our fellow members, our neighbors, and those in need. As we think about stewardship and how we should respond to this rich heritage of faith, fellowship, and the gift of grace, we're blessed to be able to share with you some thoughts from our fellow members who we're so very thankful for.
We were looking for a new church to be a part of when we got married. My now wife is Lutheran, and we were looking for a new Lutheran church to be a part of. And we were looking at several different churches throughout the Omaha metro area, and I think what really stood out about Morning Star was their dedication to service.
There's two things that stuck out to me with Morning Star. It was the community outreach, and also the first time we came to church here, something Pastor Chris said was, all are welcome for communion. And it was really everyone who, you come to church, you're a part of the church, the community, you're welcome to come up and be a part of it.
Don and I probably are both alike. We like people, and we like to know the history of people. We like to know what makes them tick, why they think the way they do. Have you ever entered a church that you weren't familiar with? It's a little hostile. You're walking in through doors, you don't know what to expect, and the people that you see are in groups, and they're all visiting with each other, and you're standing there. It's a little hostile. Not really, but a little. So I guess we don't want that to be that way. We would like, if we see someone walk in, we would like to walk up, make them feel like they've come to the right place, and hopefully they'll stay. So I guess that's how we are.
We have a great community of people here, and it's nice being at a religious facility that I can still share my faith comfortably as I can.
I've always felt at home, and maybe because this is home since I've been here so long. I appreciate the comfort and the warmth and the spirit of the place, and when I say that every service that I attend, whether that's 5:30 on Saturday, 8:30 on Sunday, or 10:45, it doesn't matter which format of a service, it all speaks to me in a different way. It's very heartfelt, and I've always felt God within this place 100%.
Being in a new job, new career, just starting out after grad school, it's a lot to take on top of life and everything, but it's important to me to be able to come to church at least once a week, and I'd like to be participating more in their activities. And the nice thing here is that there's so many different things you can participate in, whether it's Table Grace Cafe, chorus, but not me because I can't sing, or Habitat for Humanity. It's just nice that here you can participate in so many things and get closer with your community here.
I would say I have seen a lot of fantastic volunteer opportunities through the year we've been here. It's been a very busy year with wedding planning, so we maybe didn't get to participate as much as we want to, but I look forward to all of that in the future. Food drives, reaching out, helping veterans, helping refugees, that's all very, very important to me. And it means a lot when I see the community, the church we're a part of, get involved and help those folks.
I think I'm optimistic because I think the people are what make the place. I think we have magnificent people here that even though it might be a little small thing that goes unnoticed to the big things that happen around here, I think that people jump in and help without even being asked. I think we have great leadership. I think our pastors are warm and welcoming. There certainly is a lot of activity, and I don't think that there's a lack of things to be involved in if you would like to be involved. I just think we love each other like God wants us to.
Music's important to me, and I think more than that, a church without music would not be something I'd be interested in attending. So I think if you can be a part of a program that does that to people, it's important. And we at Morning Star have been fortunate to have so many people who are grand musicians and who are so dedicated to making the program work. I'm proud to be a part of that. We have a great program. Music's important. It touches the soul of people who even think they don't like music.
My career as a nurse, I think, in part has been a calling. I wrote a paper when I was in 5th grade that I was going to be a nurse when I grew up. Where that came from probably was from a lot of different avenues, Morning Star being one of those. I think that the people that surrounded me as a child were stewards and showed me that way of caring for people, for nurturing people, for helping with faith formation, in just the love and support that we're given. I feel like I couldn't do my job without faith and a strong sense of that faithfulness in caring for people.
Well, the one big aspect for me is Pastor Chris and his homilies and his messages. I think he does a very good job of relating those to everyday life. It's not always very academic, it's more relatable to the world that we live in today. And I think that's very important, and it's very important, especially for young people in the congregation, to attract younger people, to get them more involved, maybe to relate to the millennial generation a little bit more. So I think Pastor Chris is very good at sending that message out, and it's very helpful for attentiveness in everyday life.
My patients are great at teaching me about faith, and some of them I'm able to talk to about it comfortably. So it's nice being able to share that outside of church and also within my work environment.
When I first started coming to Morning Star, one of the feelings I had was that I was coming every Sunday with an empty tank, and I needed to get it filled to go through the next week. Both Don and I have gone through difficult situations, and both of us were able to rise above it, not on our own, but we felt our faith got us through this. So I don't know what people do that don't have faith. I guess that's the real question. What do people do who don't have this? But like I say, I talk with God a lot. We're on a first name basis, and he gets tired of hearing from me probably because I'm a regular caller, but that is what works.
Well, this is where I'll cry, because talking about my parents and their faithfulness and their stewardship, I don't know if most people know, some will remember that my dad was the treasurer of the church. Mom's always sung in the choir, been a part of circle and those type of activities. My parents kind of showed us the way in that respect, not only just here in church, but outside of church, where they were always the first to step up to help somebody, a friend that needed something, volunteering at one thing or the other. I will say that I don't know if I'd be in the same place I am today in my faith if it wasn't for my parents.
One good quote I once heard was, the Lord gave you 7 days, you can give him back 1 hour. So I think that's a pretty good standard, that it doesn't take a whole bunch of one's time or energy to just give back to the community. So I think that's very important for young people to understand, especially like people maybe about our age who might be strapped with some student loan debt and maybe they don't have a whole bunch of money to give, but there are plenty of other ways to help the parish, the community, and then maybe later on when after a career flourishes and you have more money, you can also help in that manner. But I think it's smart to focus not only on money, but also giving your time.
Morning Star is very important to us. In a way, we kind of feel like our blood kind of runs through the mortar here. We've been members here since the late 1960s, both of us. We've had children confirmed here. We've had children married. We have 6 children. And we've each buried a spouse from this church. And we've been married here for 27 years. So it's our life. God has blessed us. I mean, everyone's well and healthy. What more could you want out of life? And He has blessed us so much that, yes, we feel we need to look at what we have and see what portion we can give back to maybe help people that don't have the opportunities that we've had.